Cool. So, what's up, y'all? This is like literally my first time, really just recording a full-on video itself. I got my boy Scoob with me. I just thought that it would be a great idea for me to really share my thoughts and get my thoughts out there. It's more like a digital diary type of deal. But I'm just trying to make sure that everybody else has a voice, even outside of myself. And I mean, right now we was about to go down to the nitty gritty of our topic of the night that changed us and we realized that we weren't kids anymore.
Shit, you got a time that you can think of? You got something that you can recollect on or reflect on?
I would say back in May of this month, I'll definitely say that. Definitely say in May when my grandma passed. Just staring death straight in the eyes, just like that, and just hearing her pass and take a final breath. That really changed a lot on my mental itself. To the point where not only was it affecting me, but everybody else was starting to pick up like little signs and little bits and pieces when I wasn't just feeling it. I wasn't working out for like 2 weeks. Working out was mad difficult. That was something that I was just like, dang, I really started slacking in my routine. I started slacking in just overall life in general, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, shit. Anything. I mean, like, anytime death or anything like that happens, dog, this dog over here is, he keeps whining. I know the mic is picking it up. Ooh. Just whining and shit. But yeah, death, I mean, it never gets any easier. You know what I mean? It definitely can hit you and take a toll on you. What makes you think that it kind of woke you up and turned you into a man?
When I realized that life isn't guaranteed for everybody.
Correct.
That's when I really realized that, you know, a lot of the things that we do take for granted and just bypass all the time. You realize that being around family, being around friends, and just doing everything that you can to live a long, healthy life, and just doing everything that would represent you and create a legacy that you can leave behind. And that's what my grandma did. And that touched me a lot because it's like she was head honcho of the family. Everything was at her house. Sometimes we'll have stuff at the aunt's house and everything too. Just that community that was built within the family itself.
So it kind of woke you up and made you think like, all right, damn, now it's time for me to get ready and get in gear and do it for myself. It's my turn.
Yeah, it definitely showed me that perspective a lot.
Okay. I can see that. I mean, yeah, especially like, I mean, I'm a little bit older than you, so I mean, I just turned 30, 21. At your age, I had a daughter. Yeah, so at your age, I was already dealing with some other shit. I was having to have a kid. That woke me up in itself. I mean, I got numerous stories that, I mean, kind of woke me up, and I was like, damn, all right, I'm not a boy no more. And that was at a young age that I had to do that too. I mean, so I can see where, you know, when we create a family, establish a basis and establish something, that's what, in my opinion, this society, I mean, a lot of societies don't even want that no more. So, I mean,
And we gonna touch on that too, because even now it's like both the man and the woman, they're just like they're not walking together as one. I'm not seeing a lot of
that's been a warfare that's been going on for a while, but now it's just
Yeah.
It's a whole another war that's going on, but that's something completely different. That's a separation on shit.
Yeah, and not only that too. It's just I don't even know. Just life itself, life in general, that turns
Motherfucker hit you like bricks. It's
yeah.
fuck with. I mean, shit. I adopted my best friend, Billy MBK. I adopted him when I was 18. He was 16.
Mhm.
His mama had asked me the day before. She said, "Hey, will you adopt Billy? His name Billy. Will you adopt Billy? Da 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 da, yada yada yada. You live over here. You live by the school he goes to. Blah 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 blah." And so I was like, yeah, you know what, whatever. Signing the papers over for him. I'm his legal guardian. I live over here at the apartments by his school. And when I signed over that, the next day we go over, I think it was the next day or maybe the couple days later, because we was always into some shit as kids. I was just 18. I had dropped out of high school before I went to college for basketball on a scholarship. Yeah, so I signed over them papers, and then we went over there to get some clothes, and found her overdose. She was dead. And rest in peace to her soul. But that right there kind of shaped me as a man. I had to wake up and realize, like, I'm not only looking after myself, I'm looking after a whole partner of mine, best friend, now son, brother, all type of figure, you know what I'm saying? So that woke me up at a young age and made me realize, it's not, you're not in this world alone, and God put you here. I think you asked to be here. You asked to be here, and you wake up and you're like, all right, you gonna be a helper or you gonna be a taker? And so you gotta, be willing to help and help everybody around you. It takes a village to raise motherfuckers, so it's like you definitely gotta come together and band together. Teamwork make the dream work. I always say that.
Oh, 100%. 100% you say that too. And even while we was talking earlier, I was thinking, I'm just like, everything that's happened so far within the last couple of months of my life, me being 21, I always hear everybody like way older than me, they're like, oh, you should live life, you should live life. And I'm just like, I get the whole living the life part, but I'm trying to, how my mindset is from a lot of, I would say I'm different from a lot of 20 to 25-year-olds right about now. And I'm just thinking about, okay, what can I do right now to put myself into a position to where I can help those around me, to the point where, say someone's struggling, I'll be like, hey, don't worry about it, I got you. And I don't have to worry about myself either. And that's where I think me thinking like that, trying to provide and just trying to support and be that stepping stone for a lot of people is what's drawn me into not only me helping myself right now, but also trying to eventually help someone else who is probably close to the same situation or close in the same shoes as me, and just help them navigate little by little and just watch them grow. And I would say it's like I felt as if I was alone majority of my time. But then, like my time as of like growing up. But I realized that I had people around me to help support. It's just a matter of me allowing myself to lean on them.
That's all it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You grew up in a two-parent household, so you wasn't as long as you think. It's just a feeling sometimes. Your amygdala can communicate with your frontal cortex and be like, oh, and say all this negative stuff. Your amygdala is in the back of your mind that Amy, that dirty bitch. That's that dirty bitch is gonna say all that negative shit and say, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not this. But in all reality, that's you versus you. It's just your mind fighting your mind. If you wake up and start positive and thinking and looking at things and optimistic instead of pessimistic,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of realize that, all right, maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me. That Amy, that dirty bitch, telling me wrong things.
Yeah, and And that's another thing too. I realize is that everybody that I've chosen so far in my circle, they were handpicked by me.
Yeah.
And as you said, as you were telling me too, you see a little bit of yourself in each and every single person.
Reflections.
And with that, I'm just like, okay, you got how many? I can't even remember. I don't even know how many people I got around me, but I know it's a few. It's a few peeps.
Shit, it don't even matter. As long as you got a solid motherfucker, a solid couple group around you, that's all that really matters in family, support system. Just a few. All you need is one. All you need is one solid motherfucker around you, really. You don't really need anybody but you. I mean, actually, you do. You do need people around you. It's healthy to have people around you. It's not healthy to hermit and be by yourself. It's good to have people around you that are genuine. You just gotta find your circle and your people that want to really connect and do the same thing, that are on the same page, same level, same frequency, doing the same thing that you want to do and elevate. Growth and development every day, really.
Because I know I've isolated quite a bit. That isolation, and that's the dangerous part. Isolation.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That shit right there, take you out.
Once you isolate, getting your thoughts, and your thoughts are becoming more and more and more dangerous. You're not really talking to anybody, not really expressing those thoughts. It gets to a point where not only suicide can happen, but you could take it out on the wrong person.
Yeah. I mean, speaking on suicide, a few years ago, my brother, FMG Shug, he was trying to get out here to Port St. Lucie, out here to Florida, and I was working on the road. And he hit me up and he's, man, come on, what's up with that job? What's up? I had him apply. And at that time, I was dying of liver failure. I was drinking alcohol every day, drinking a fifth of Hennessy, big bottle. Not the little bottle, the big bottle. The big bottle, by myself. Every day, facing that motherfucker. What? And to the point where, like, I went to Treasure Coast Hospital and I blew a 4.8. You supposed to, the legal limit that you can blow is a 0.08. I blew a 4.8. I'm walking in that bitch like this, stumbling. Tell me, how you walking in? I don't know, but I did it.
Man.
And, Shug, his ass was begging to come out here. And I tried, but I mean, I was trying to help myself at the same time. That was right before I went to rehab, May 7th, 2024. And yeah, he ended up, doing that to himself. I'm not going to say that, for the purpose of YouTube or whatever, he ended up, rest in peace his soul. But that suicide is a real thing. I don't know if we're even allowed to talk about that. You might have to bleep out that word because you can't say that word. But that's a real thing, Suicide is a real thing. Going to bleep it again, right? Fucking yeah. I'm going to bleep out a lot of these fucking words.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was crying out for it. I mean, even in his music. We'll put some of his music there in the bottom of the link in bio. Yeah, and his music was crying out for help, and it's just men's mental health, women's mental health in general. People need to talk about, because that word can happen, and if you don't reach out, you don't talk to people, you'll get to that point where you feel like you're alone, and that is the only way out to some people, but it's not. That men's mental health in general is always something that needs to kind of be preached amongst, especially the youth. Everybody needs to talk and realize that you're not in this world alone, and like you're not the only one going through this. You're not the only one feeling this way. There's somebody before you that felt like this. So it's like you reach out and you never know. That person that you close off don't get fed. So you reach out to this person, you never know what the hell gonna come from that, and you might open a door to a business being open. Or you having a time of your life and going on a trip. You never know. It could just be something on the other end of that depression. Just talking. Motherfuckers don't reach out.
Yeah, and that's the next thing too. That's why that's another thing that I realized I wasn't a kid anymore. I got to talk about these things, because it gets to a point, as you said it, where you make the most extreme rash decision known to mankind, and you can't take it back. You're hurting people around you when you make a decision like that.
Yeah. He had kids too. He got 2 kids. Yeah, family. A mama that loved him. He was finna open up for Jacquees. But I mean, I've known plenty of people to do that same stuff to themselves. And it's the same thing every single time, just failing to talk. And that's all it is, sitting down and talking like this. And it could save a life. You never know.
Never know. Because I know for me, there's been times where I thought like that, and I'm just like, no, I can't, because I got my family to worry about. I got my brothers I got to worry about.
Yeah, and then you mean, and especially like, okay, coming from where I come from, in Missouri, to coming down here to Port St. Lucie, the 772, it's like, it's nice down here. It's super nice, in the beach, and it's nice houses and shit like that. And regardless of all of that, there's still mental health on that side of it too, because there's mental health in the hood, there's mental health in suburbs, there's mental health everywhere. It's just, regardless, you gotta talk about it. You gotta talk about what's going on in your mind, because in the highest of the highest places, the people with the most money, they might got something going on. They might be fucked up in the head. And in the lowest of the lowest, the trenches of the trenches, they might be fucked up in the head. You just never know. It's just about communication. Communication is volatile.
And that's the only way we would see the betterment of ourselves. We got to speak things into existence.
Manifestation.
Manifest that you're going to be at this point in life. Manifest where you're going to be like, hey, I'm going to do this for this person, this for that person, this for myself. And just overall keep a positive mindset. Keeping yourself in check. If you feel like you're deviating from the path, you talk to your people, and your people are good people, they're going to keep you on that right path regardless. Shoot, you done it for me plenty of times. I haven't told you thank you, but I'll return it in some way, some form of fashion. Like even 4th of July, bro. I was just like, man, like, what we doing?
We outside. We outside. We outside. That's what happened. Shout out to AGs or whatever the hell it is. Young bull. We outside. He grown now. He got a beard. That boy got a beard. He grown.
Yeah, 4th of July was a trip. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool down here. It's nothing too crazy, just little vibes. It's, little vibes. That's what I call it. Little vibes down here. It's cool. It's wavy.
Even with family too. You got to see 100% of what I was about. I mean, you already saw 100%, but that's like another added piece to the puzzle with family.
Puzzle.
Because
family's everything.
Even when I told everybody else, I'm just like, everybody who did pop out, I was just like, hey, you'll really truly get to see me in my own home, my own element, or my family. And it may or may not have touched a lot of peeps, but they probably thought about it and be like, get a welcoming family. Everybody was welcoming. It didn't feel left out. That was the biggest thing. Nobody felt left out. Everybody was included, like they were already a part of the family. And that's another thing too, right? That's another thing. Just trying to build that strong community to the point where if someone were to falter, we can bring them right back up. You don't want to turn them down too much, right? Give them some words of, no, not even words of affirmation, but just wisdom, some knowledge. Help them out to the point where, when they do come back and they're up again, and they'll be like, oh, thank you for everything that you've done. I'll say that's an angle for me too. Not to necessarily hear those words, but to know I helped somebody elevate themselves by just my energy and what I've said and what I was able to give someone.
Okay.
Even early when I told you, sometimes I just feel like I don't want to give no more because of things, and not because of things, but just experiences that I have encountered to the point where I'm just like, I'm gonna just.
Like what?
Even better. The experience I will touch on is when I was dealing with last relationship, right? Last one. Just trying to help her out. Just trying to get everything going one by one. Just trying to throw some knowledge out there. Obviously we're young, we're still trying to learn, but the type of learning I was going through, it was enough for me to drop that knowledge on someone else who hasn't been there just yet. Supply on the table, and you got it. Damn. Damn. But that experience right there.
I'm listening still.
Yeah, that experience right there, it threw me off after everything happened. The whole splitting apart and just all that time, all that time, not being wasted, but all that time just gone in just a matter of minutes, hours, just like that, gone.
You got plenty more to come, or you got a train you can hop on and find a relationship, but don't go out searching. Just let it come to you naturally.
And that's what I'm not doing right now either. I'm not really searching. You know what I'm saying?
Soul search. I'm a soul survivor.
Just talking a little bit. Just talking. See, not even see what pops. Just talking, just to build a connection.
Yeah.
And that's what life's all about. Just trying to build connections.
Hell yeah. Life's always about a connection. Building these motherfuckers like Legos. Placing that shit together, box by box by box, piece to piece to piece. You gotta get your rocks off. Oops, not like that. Yeah, closing off don't get fed. Communication is key. We're social creatures by nature. So getting out, showing face. The more you sit inside, the more you gonna hide who you really are. You're gonna hide yourself from people. You're gonna hide yourself from the world. There's no reason to. It's like too much to live for. Everybody's got something to show, something to do, something to give, some type of beautiful thing. I mean, we all may be broken in some way, but there's a beautiful piece to us that comes from that brokenness. Like a rose that grows from the concrete. It's just being able to shine. Only in the darkness can you see the stars. This is what that shit is. You hear me?
You feel like we all get to a point where we don't need help, or you feel like we still, even certain points that we get to, we still need some form of help regardless?
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
Because I just thought about that. I really just thought about that.
So we always need help. People try to say all the time, people say all the time, oh, I did it on my own. But in reality, somewhere, some way, you got assistance. You feel me? There's no way that you didn't get assistance. Say you got a job, You feel me? So you go to a job, you apply to that motherfucker, you signed up, you applied to that motherfucker, then you go to the interview. And at that interview, that person is deciding whether they hire you or not, right? So they're deciding whether they want to put you on the team. Now, when you get on a team, you work, and there's levels to this shit. So it's like that person that decided to put you on the team decided to give you a chance. And everywhere in life, it's just about somebody giving you a chance, whether you can, they can see that you can communicate or you can score the ball effectively. You pass me the ball, I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker every time. Come here, buddies.
Gotta get that ISO going.
And that's what it is. Pass me the ball, I'm gonna score that bitch, coach. And you know, life's teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Say it every time. Say it a million times. Say it a trillion times. Teamwork makes the dream work, and it's just about unity. People so fixated on this. I did it on my own. I'm a boss, self-made boss. Nigga, you had a team. You had a team that helped you. You had a motherfucking group around you. It's about your team around you. Don't get out here and claim, oh, it's solo dolo. It's about finding motherfuckers who's just willing to work together. Once you find the motherfuckers you rock with and work together, it's up. You know, the only way is up from there.
And just overall speaking on the team, right? What would define a team for you? Like, what would you say would be like an ideal?
Shit, it can be like the video game, Army of Two. Y'all could be in it back to back. Watch my six, I got your six. Or it can be a team full. I mean, as long as there's loyalty behind it, you know, it's just gotta be loyalty, love and loyalty. You can go a long way. Love and loyalty, and you just stand on principles. You know, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So it's like you really just stand on your P's and Q's, and the love and loyalty behind it. You find who's rocking with you. You rock with them, they rocking with you. Cut the snakes up the grass, and you know, go from there. Keep your sword sharpened. Iron sharpens iron.
100%. Because, like, think about it this way. Now, a lot of the successful people that are out here, they had a mindset that allowed them to not only to be able to overcome, but to also succeed in whatever they were going after. Because of the mindset, the drive, the determination that they had.
Of course.
Being resilience is the word that I'm looking for.
Yep. Resilient beyond measure. We don't fold, we don't bend, we don't break. You know, life's about how hard you can get hit, how hard you throwing a punch back too. You get knocked down and get back up. Throw them things. Boop, 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 boop.
That delusion too, we can't forget about that delusion.
You gotta be a delusional motherfucker to wanna make it. You gotta see bigger than the actual picture itself. You know, you might be dreaming big, but you actually in the back of your mind gotta be dreaming bigger. You gotta see bigger than the bigger picture. You say you want the IMAX, you gotta think outside the IMAX. You gotta think outside the box. And once again, you know, energy can't flow in a box. Like the pyramids was made, you gotta get outside and see that the world ain't really, the world's bigger than what the hell you see right in front of you. You gotta see the big picture.
You gotta explain the fish tank.
Like a fleet theory, a fleet. Fleet got a 30-inch vertically. Put that motherfucker in a jar. Boom, he gonna jump up, boom, boom. He gonna hit his head on the jar. So now he think he boxed in, he limits himself. He only jumping so high. You put a female in with that male, and they procreate in there, right? Now they have babies that think they only limited to this jar because they're born in a box. Now, say somebody was to open up this jar and they were to find out, oh wow, I can jump outside. And they're gonna jump outside the jar. But first, when you open up the lid, they're not gonna do it because they're not gonna understand the concept. They're like, I can't jump out that high. I can't jump out that high. But things have to be broken. Generational curses have to be broken to jump outside the box. Travel like the book of Job, you know, get outside and go somewhere, see the world. Get outside your box, get outside your city. The people outside your city gonna support you more than the people from where you from. And that's just the harsh reality of it. You're gonna expect all this love from your city and where you at. They're not gonna give it. They're not gonna give it. They're gonna think you crazy. They're gonna be like, nah, this nigga's crazy. Yeah, nigga right there, that nigga is crazy.
Yeah, everybody. And I see that too. You go to a different state and you say, oh, you know.
Yeah, okay.
You from. I remember when I was younger and I was going on vacation with my people and.
Using them motherfucker like, Wagwan.
Not even.
The big man.
Just speaking on that too. Going to Jamaica, bro. It's a different type of feel.
Oh yeah.
Knowing that I'm going on vacation around people who are coming from different states, different sides of the world, coming through, and just talking to those people, just on the resort itself. I'm looking back at it, I'm just like, you know, I wouldn't have met a lot of the people that I met on vacation if I didn't talk to them.
Of course, not the fed.
And
you still communicate with them or something?
I still communicate with some of them here and there, see when they post and, you know, like they stuff and just keep it pushing. And I realized that even those people that you see outside of not only your own state, but people who are coming from different states, they gravitate towards the good in people. They gravitate towards the good in people, especially on vacation. Everybody trying to escape from their own hometown, their own area for maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, you never know. But just talking to those people and creating a connection with those people, it goes a long way because then they support you more than, as you said, the people from your own hometown.
Yeah. Wait till you get out and start traveling and living in different places. Yeah, that's when you start seeing a different rapport that you build with people. And it's more than the surface level, because right there, like, you kind of, if you want to be real with you, that's more surface level. That's like, you know, when you at work with different ones. Because work, did your mama ever tell you, you know, don't be friends with everybody at work?
Oh, 100%, 100%.
And so with that being said, it's like, you know, surface level. Motherfucker ask you at work, oh, how you doing? And you tell them, they don't really give a fuck. It's usually, how you doing? Good. And then keep it pushing. You ever thought about, like, if a motherfucker asks you how you doing, what if you told them the real? Man, my day kind of fucked up. I'm having a rough day today. Shit. Yeah. I ain't doing so hot today. Is a motherfucker really gonna care? They gonna sit there and be like, God damn, buddy, what, you gotta talk to this nigga about this? I don't want to. They gonna be like, oh, yeah, bro, I'm about to go on lunch, bro. They're like, I'm on some bullshit, you know.
Yeah.
Unless it's a real motherfucker. When you're dealing with a real motherfucker, but that's where you separate, you know, that's called cutting the snakes up the grass. Weeding out who needs to be there and who doesn't need to be there. Yeah, it's just, you know, kind of figuring out surface level things, you know, just deciding what surface level, what you, where you want to be. And like you said, getting out and showing yourself, showing who you is.
And not only that too, it's more just trying to stay out, not only outside my head, but out of my own box. I see myself doing that quite a bit. Just like not isolate for however long I need it, to the point where I'm just like, yeah, nah, we ain't doing anything right now. People notice, they pick up on it, pick up when my energy shifts, because you know how it be as well too. I'm a lively person when I'm in the right headspace.
Yeah. You gotta figure out how to get whatever you got going on under control, so you can come with that A game all the time. Otherwise, it'll hold you back, and you'll miss opportunities, because, you know, gotta throw opportunities every day. Boom, 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 boom. But he'll throw the same idea to multiple motherfuckers throughout the time. You know what I'm saying? And it's whoever hear that idea and act upon it, because action is the biggest key. You know what I'm saying? You can hear all the ideas in your head all day. Well, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. But it's an action behind it too. You manifest by action set forth.
Mm-hmm. And that makes more sense too because in a way I'm just now like starting life. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to I'm trying to establish myself as much as I can.
I'm 21 years old, so I mean, you got so much to look forward to, so much to live for, and like, it's nothing can ever come from Hermiton ever, and that's not to say you is. It's just anybody who's ever hermited inside. Nothing can come from it. You gotta get outside, show your face to people, and communicate because bumping the elbows with one person it could be life changing. It could be you never know who you in a room with. You could be in a room with the richest motherfucker, and he could be wearing just the regular schmegular shit, and you bump elbows with him and happen to communicate the right way, and he's like, I like that guy right there. Here's $1 million trillion. You never know.
Yeah.
Here's a business proposal. Let's do this. I would like to have him on my team. That's how opportunities arise.
Because I think that's definitely how a lot of things happen. You know, I don't even know what happened to me either because.
What you mean by that?
And I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. So, what I'm trying to say is, when I was younger, I'd always go out trying to make friends with somebody, right? And I'd always say what's up to even when I was going to like water parks and everything, you know.
Yeah,
I got everybody around in my age group. We all kicking it, making friends, just really enjoying life as a kid.
Yeah.
Now, me being that sociable, over time it just stopped. Going to middle school, still kind of trying to be sociable, trying to still make friends. High school comes around, I'm just not doing that as much. I completely stopped doing that. I isolated myself for a hot little minute. And I was people watching. And then not only was I people watching, I was watching staff and administration to see how they move and how they deal with everybody else. And I was just flying under the radar and just doing it and just doing me. And then when I started talking to people, I would say I think my close to the end of my freshman, start of my sophomore year, I realized that I met a lot of cool motherfuckers when I was in high school. I met a shit ton of cool people. And just looking at that, I'm just like, you know, what if, I think about the what if, right? What if I kept myself isolated for all 4 years of high school? I would have had talked to nobody. Would have been that one person be like, dang, bro, like, what's up with bro? Like, he ain't talked to nobody for all 4 years of high school. He just shows up, does what he got to do, go home, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I made something out of it. Definitely made something out of it. Shoot, you know, even speaking about it, you know, I was planning on not going to my prom for my senior year.
Shit, I didn't. I went my sophomore year, but that was because my brother was the #1 player in the nation. He was a Gatorade player, Army All-American player. That year was lit. My sophomore year. That was so long ago, boy. Yeah, that was lit. Dario, boy, we had it cracking. Bad. You talk about met so many people. What? I had dinner with Nick Saban, Gary Pinkel. That's when Gary Pinkel offered Dario to go to Mizzou. That was cool. Wow. We went out to Mizzou to party in high school. Think about it, I'm a sophomore. Riding out with all seniors, then going out to college students, partying with the Mizzou people. Yeah, boy, that was lit. We would party at different colleges. Yeah, see. So when you talking about, you know, your high school experience, I'm sitting there thinking, damn, I was talking to everybody. I was accidentally partying with my high school coach. He went to a college party. He didn't know. I'm like, Is that Coach Schaefer? Boy, I gotta be at practice on Monday. Sorry, I did not mean to say your name, Coach. That we'll bleep that out because can't get him in trouble. He just won Coach of the Year. Yeah, can't. That why? Yeah, he got a player going D1, high D1. Not gonna say where he's going to school either. Can't, cause that'll definitely give it away. But yeah, bro, you know, I definitely didn't harm it. So, you know, we live two polar opposite.
100% two polar.
So it's just, you know, about getting out of your shell, getting out your box. I was cracking. I ain't even gonna get on that. Cracker, yeah, this is staff members.
The whole camera move too.
I seen it move. It scared me a little bit.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Bloop doops. Still going?
Yeah. Oh, that's why, cause it's about to die. The whole thing.
And that right there is the conclusion to the motherfucking vlog, bitch. That Scoob and Dario did that puss ass, sis ass, Nika poops.
Yeah, that thing low. Yeah, that thing low key about to die too. The whole gimbal just.
Motherfucker said, I'm dying.
He's like, I'm moving.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, we outie 5,000. Drop to 5 though.
Yeah.